Okay, this is going to be a really easy 6-point grade for you if you can follow directions easily. Once you go into GeoGebra, what you're going to do is look down at the bottom of the page and notice it has this input. Then what you're going to do is type in y is less than, and you'll use on your keyboard your less than, hitting shift comma, less than 3x minus 4. That's all you want to do there to get this inequality graphed. And then what you want to do is hit enter, and when you hit enter, we go to the next page and you'll see what happens. Then you have this show up, and this is what an inequality looks like. A linear inequality looks like when you graph it. You'll notice that this part of the graph is blue, and the line is actually a dashed line. If you look really closely, let me zoom in, see it's a dashed line, and that means that any point in this region right here makes the inequality y is less than 3x minus 4 true. For example, if I pick a point over here, such as 4, 1, and I plug that into the inequality, you'll see that it makes it true. Like 4, 1 is located, let me move that. 4, 1 is located right here. And so it's in the blue region. That means it's part of the solution. So when I plug that in for the x I plug the 1 in for the y, and I plug the 4 in for the x, and I get that 1 is less than 12 minus 4, which is 8, and that's true. If I was to plug in a point in the white part over here, or actually on the line itself, it would not be true because it's not inclusive. All right? Now, one more that's a less than or that's a greater than or equal to. And so the equation I want you to plug in there is y, I'll zero in here, is, now the only tricky part with this one, a couple things, when you do y, so you do y and then you want the greater than or equal to, that doesn't show up on your keyboard, so you have to go over here to this little squiggle, this little sideways fish right here, and if you click on that, you'll see an option for this symbol right here, the greater than or equal to. Now we have to use a fraction here since you got to use parentheses. Since my slope here is negative 3/4, I want parenthesis negative 3 divided by, that's the, so use the bar for that, 4 end parenthesis x minus 2. And so that's what we want to do there. And then when you hit enter, so then we go to the next page. Once we hit enter here, your graph should show up. And this is what it's going to look like. And this time you'll notice that you have, if you look closely, your line is a solid line, meaning it's inclusive. So meaning it's inclusive, right? And since it's greater than or equal to, the shading is above the line, and that means any point in this region right here, this blue region, is a solution. For example, the origin is in the region. So if I plugged 0, 0 into my inequality, I'll plug 0 into y, and then I have negative 3/4 times 0 minus 2, so I get 0 is greater than or equal to negative 2, and you can see that's true. If I was to plug a point in this region, that would not make it true. So once you do this second graph, save it as a separate document, and then you'll submit it to me on Canvas, and if you do that successfully, it can be a 6 out of 6 grade for you. That's the end of the video.